Metro booming, want some more.
Cause I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really big rings. I got a really big team. I got a really big team. They need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really
Brown, man. We're in Barstow, California. And what we're gonna do is, man, we're gonna check out their vape shops, man, because I don't know if they all at. You know, I'm an East Coast cat, VA all day, and we got good vape shops. I can go in here, I can get surprised or something like that. I don't know. Probably go in here and get some stuff for my TSV8, first person with it, bang. Also got this right here. I'm maybe looking for a new mod or something like that. That's what truckers do, man. We vape heavy. So I'm gonna go in here and see what it's about.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of On Point Trucking Concepts with your main man, LoShawn Parks. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all rocking out here with me today. And in today's edition, we're going to talk with Trucker Brown. We're going to get an update from Trucker Brown. We're going to see how he's been doing here at Prime, what's his thoughts about Prime, his future plans with Prime.
Leaving.
Well, yeah, I heard it. He's leaving. So Trucker Brown, you want to let them know your spiel on what you think about Prime thus far, and how long you've been here for so far.
I've been about 90 days. I feel like with Prime, you know, I have my situation, so they work with me. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the benefit of the doubt, and that go a long way. So that's, I wasn't expecting a company this size to do that. So my view of Prime at this point is sterling silver at this point.
Okay.
Because, you know, any other company, they would have just took it at face value and just been like, nah, we done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. They gave me the benefit of the doubt, let me explain myself, explain, you know, I'm a YouTuber, people there's trolls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And give me the benefit of the doubt. And they didn't put the hammer on me like some companies would. So for that, I'm messing with Prime. But you know, I was messing with Prime before I came. I've been telling cats to go to Prime.
True.
So as far as being here, it's my truck is running. I ain't having no, I mean, the only issues I'm having is with the APU, but that ain't the truck. APU is an auxiliary thing. That ain't even from the same company as the truck. You get the truck and they put that on it. But the truck is, I ain't had a light come on, nothing. It just run just fine, not a problem in the world. So the truck is running fine, staying at long periods of time, and I'm up here now to be, you know, do my training, to become a trainer, and we just entering in new waters pretty much.
Okay. So since you've been here, like, have you had an opportunity to see all 48? Where have you been mostly traveling to?
I've pretty much seen the whole country since I've been here. I mean, I ain't been in like the northern border, but really, I ain't really trying to go up there anyway. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I've been all the way to the west border, the east border, and down. I've been everywhere. I needed that. Remember I was telling you, I needed that to reset.
Right.
Because I was mentally, I just wasn't there. I was just not that regional local had me all messed up. You know what I'm saying? I had to just let the truck wide open and just go through some things and deal with my own demons and stuff like that. And then I got that done, and I've just felt immediately better when I got to the West, and I had to get to see the right brother. Did a video with him, and it just, I had to see my brother,
Yeah.
sister-in-law, and all that. So, and all that was good juju that I needed to reset myself to be like, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing as of right now. You never know what I'm gonna do in the future, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, OTR is where I need to be. So now, next level is something I've never done before, which is becoming a trainer. And that's what we own right now.
Okay. Now that you're over here doing flatbed, I know you left port work, you come to flatbed. Do you find it to be more work doing flatbed, or do you find it more work in the ports?
It's definitely more work doing flatbed. And, that was a thing I had to shake off too, because I had to get my securing mojo back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand, with that securing, that's a mojo. Like, you don't do it for a while, you will lose your mojo, like, straight up. But
Right.
I had to get that back, get back into the swing of things. Once I did that, then I had to learn Prime's way they want it done. Because as I explained to you, the way the other company I was with was, it ain't the same. Every company is different.
Right.
Prime example, Melton, you got to put a barrier, a bulkhead on everything.
Right.
Front, back. Like, if you don't, you get into the yard, you in trouble.
Right.
Prime, it ain't necessarily like that. Also, the way things are strapped, Melton overdoes it with chains. Meaning a coil could have 12 chains on it. One.
Wow.
Because they just strictly go by weight. It's not like, that ratio thing we do. It ain't that. It's like, if the number's this, divide it, bam, that's where you go. So they'll tell you 4,000 pounds, divide that into 48,000.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it'll go like that. So I had to learn that situation, realizing a lot of it I've been over securing, which affects your time. So if you pull in and put 6 chains and 3 straps over a shotgun coil, that's only 30,000 pounds, and I'm in there putting 9 chains and 5 straps. You know what I'm saying? Then that adds up. So I gotta learn the procedure of Prime. That's what I've been trying to work
A lot
on.
of people want to know, who is Trucker Brown? You know what I mean? I've had that question asked to me, saying, well, because we follow you doesn't necessarily mean that we follow him, or because people necessarily follow you don't necessarily mean that they follow me, which I'm going to be doing my Who Am I video, explaining who I am. So when that question approaches you, who are you? How would you go about explaining yourself to people, to exactly who you are, where you come from, your journey in life in the truck, and how you got into trucking?
I am a product of an impoverished, misdirection, poorly miseducated black youth. That's what I am a product of. But I am in a journey of bettering and diversifying myself, which is what you see happening in front of you. You understand? Same. It's like they look at me and they say, well, he talks slang. Well, what is the origins of slang? You look at me and talk slang and think, well, he's a bad person. That don't make sense. The reason why my group of people, and I'm not talking about black, I'm talking about impoverished. An impoverished group of people, the reason why black people speak slang is because we were ill-educated by design systematically for a long period of time. So we say things slightly different. We have slang terms for things. Then after that, it becomes, since our culture is very creative anyway, it comes a part of talk, and it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. The reason why the stigma is behind it, because it is bad to speak improper. You understand?
Right.
So you go through generations and generations and generations and generations of that mixed situation. Miseducation, no funding into the school systems from the Jim Crow era, no funding, and it comes up to then you have people who speak quote unquote different. All right, now I come from an area in Norfolk, Virginia, where there's a lot of BS going on. I recognize the BS, took myself out of it, and now it feels like I'm trying to learn how to adapt in a different place. Now, I did sales, which is why I can speak proper if I want to. I can use the proper rhetoric and vernacular that I need to use to get my point across. But when I let my hair down, then I'm just me. You understand? And the reason why they get to see so much, and the funny thing is, a lot of your YouTubers you watch are like that. It's just the difference between them and I would say like us is that they do not show themselves with their hair down. It is a scripted theatrical thing. It's like, oh, I'm coming in here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this right here, this right there. When that's done, we're gonna go here. We believe in doing this. You know, that ain't who they are. That is a performance. But if you look at 70% of my video, I just cut it on and start talking.
Right.
So basically, the reason why people end up looking at me is because they feel like it's organic, but then the reason why a lot of people don't like me is because they feel like you're not professional.
True.
So you have a two-pronged system to where they're assuming you're stupid. They're assuming you're stupid, ignorant, or a thug. Or all above.
Right.
Until they sit down with you and you start breaking things down, and they're like, holy crap, okay, this dude's not stupid. That's because you judged me from face value.
Right.
I come from a shitty area. I don't talk about it all the time, but it's the truth. And then I tried to learn how to I had to reteach myself how to speak. Because I had a sales manager who just came out and told me in the interview.
Really?
He said, you can't talk. Like, what the fuck you talking about? No, listen. No, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like, and he looked at me like, no, you can't talk.
Right.
And he was just straight up with me. He was like, look, you cannot survive in a job market and talk slang.
That's correct.
He says you're gonna run into somebody like you're doing right now, and I would not hire you because I believe you're gonna speak to the customer that way.
Right.
Or you're gonna speak in the boardroom that way. Or you're gonna, whatever situation you're gonna be in. He says for you to be able to sell yourself to me, you would have to be able to speak in a way that I would get. He says, half the things you say I don't understand. He's like, you asked me, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't said nothing. He was just 100. So he was like, what's what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna teach you how to scissors. Family Motors. And Virginia Beach is still there too, on Virginia Beach Boulevard. He was like, I'm gonna hire you, and we're gonna work on your talking. And he worked on my talking, worked on it. I was banging them cars out. First time I ever made $5,000 in a month. I did that at 19. After I dropped out of high school. I thought I was fucking rich. I blew the money though. I'm being honest. I bought a Cadillac. I bought two, actually. I had an 87 Brougham. Oh man, that's something bad. It was lime being black. You don't even understand why I was bad, man. I had 112 in it, man. I was doing good. Ended up broke, fucked it up. But that ain't the point. The point is he taught me how to talk. So then when I went from that, I started selling different things. I picked up more vocabulary, more vocabulary. I know how to put things together. Then I had to learn I started selling equipment to corporate places, like, you know, certain things in the boardroom. I was general manager over field sales and Cox Communications. Okay. So I would have to go in. Sometimes you have to sell it to, let's say, this place, and you got to sell Cox Communications to them on a corporate level. So I had to learn the vernacular for that. And I just kept teaching, I kept going because I'm dyslexic. So a lot of the stuff I don't really get from reading. I get it from observation, and I get it from videos. That's why I be telling you I'm watching documentaries. But I actually learn better on an audio basis than I do anyone who knows about dyslexia knows what I'm talking about. So I just start, now I can pick up things just by being around. Once I've magnified that, then I just kept changing from place to place, and it's like I can adapt. Right. So when it comes all admissions together, I'm a person who's trying to do better. I'm trying to learn the fabric of trucking in a way for me to make money. But when you watch my videos, it comes out in it's just it's everywhere. Right. And that's where you have the people who hate my guts, you got the people who love me, you got the people who just support me, period. That's who Trucker Brown is.
You do what you want when you pop it.